First was the law, then grace. First the shadow, then the truth. Just as prowess does uphold the law, so does expression through art and learning, through science, show us grace. Let us accordingly begin the narrative regarding the origins of the Order of the Laurel, and for what purpose this accolade has beginning. After the known world came into being, Richard of Mount Royal was the first to embody the law, with Martinel of Darkhaven at his side, and did Fulk the Wyvern follow him, supported by Mary and Samar. The crown then passed to Henrik of Haven and Wendren of Cavington. Fulk and Mary did a second time sit the throne, and again stepped forward Henrik of Clavin to glorify the end of Mayway. William the Silent and Abena Shirai de Talavera did then receive the oaths of the people, and the lamp of knowledge did show its light into the shadows to illuminate the truth of inspiration. The skills of many were elevated that January day, both the chivalry glorified and the arts uplifted. Honor and dignity shone forth as Beverly Closehead and Alfonso de Castillo were the first to be created laurels, and from them many have been raised to such esteem. The arts shine forth with the brightness of virtue. They drive away the shadows. The truth of the past is illuminated. We are enlightened by the knowledge of our forebears. A laurel enriches the kingdom generously, giving of their skills and knowledge that others may grow. Fruitful are the arts and bountiful the troves of science. These stand as pillars of our society, and thus the tree is stronger for its firm foundation. The fruits of grace nourish us, and flowers of courtesy sustain us. These harvests delight us in ineffable glory. The crown, bearing the battle flag of the kingdom, you maintain the right, in consultation with the Order of the Laurel, to uplift those worthy of such accolades. The crown now calls before them the order of the companions of the Order of the Laurel here present. I come before you, I come before you with my few humble words to tell you of Isrith Rithkin. The mountain soars over her birthplace in the west, and like a tree planted, flowing streams, her skills and bounty flourish. Her branches' lineages are heavy with greatness, wreathed foster sisters and stalwart cauldron. Honor was Alden in the west. Cecilia sang the sun's praise, and under Obadiah's protection she flourished. Fairest Ingrid learned from many and enriched the lands of her birth and the lion's lands. And then she came to the outlands, where the heart leaps and the heart soars. Brave and unshakable, deflecting the storms and the waves that came upon her, she is uncorrupted as iron. In the treasure chest of her heart, she stores knowledge and kindness as the labor-loving bees store honeycomb. The word of her deeds of skill spread throughout the lands, and many speak of her. What shall we call her? Learner and teacher, preceptor and maker, researcher and countess, beacon of grace and flower of beauty. And as much as we may witness and proclaim, the things unsaid are many more. She comes before you clothed in excellence, her wisdom and continence shining like the sun.
Ingrid Falcon, will you swear your oath today, sworn upon our swords, to become a companion in the Order of the Lord?
I will.
There are two medallions. This medallion is in the fracture of the left. You're in half. Many hours spent by myself in this industry that. Instead, he was one of the few that everything he touched became art. Illumination and calligraphy were notes. He went to become a master coin maker in the first stages of the MCA. Other arts fell to sewing, jewelry, woodwork, master level brewing. Beyond that, he was a teacher, and the art he helped create lived on in his students. Obadiah was a warrior poet, and his floral motto was art is to glorify the deeds of war. Obadiah was a person of monumental mirth and great melancholy. While generous to a fault with his time and energy, the people that he held close and shared his inner person with was few and far between. And from my experience, so blessed. The medallion you received today was made with his truest care. You, Ingrid, are not just a person of his word of so many, but a compass star for him. He held you dearly as a consort on the field, and truly loved and cared for you. I am a believer in fate, and it cannot be coincidence that this medallion now finds its way to you. No, this medallion comes to you today because it was brought for you. And by generous gift, it has finally come home to where it was meant to be. God cannot be hurt. God cannot be hurt to witness this curious elevation of the law of people. But know, as I do, that he is with you always, and my heaven will watch over you until you put
Let these medallions be passed hand to hand to symbolize the bond you have with each other. I call for witnesses for the oaths exchanged today. Sir Walter, Mr. Springerseed, Mr. Sneezewell, Master Adam, and Duchess Slane. As members of our honored peerage, you now affirm that English is here as described in our law and will be true and faithful.
Thank you. I'm Duke Walrick, and I speak on behalf of the Order of the Chivalry. It is my honor today to speak of Ingrid. I've known her now for many years, and I've always been truly impressed by her kindness and loyalty. She inspires great acts from those around her. As a consort, she cheers on her champion. As queen, she inspires the armies of the outlands to victory through her grace and beauty and poise. She raises up the people that are around her. Through her often loud and self-deprecating humor, she will encourage and praise those that need it most. I've heard things said, "Milady, you are much more organized than me. If you feel that you want to host an event, you should." She encourages them. She says, "That scene is amazing. You should show that to Mistress Cecilia. She would be so impressed." She says, "Duke Walrick, you're so strong and handsome. Clearly you can eat that hamburger in one bite." I could not. But I was inspired to try. There are others who, through their own insecurities, would try to tear those around them down. But Ingrid, despite her insecurities, rises up those around her to make them better, to give them the confidence and the courage to try for great things. Your Majesties, I don't believe that Ingrid knows how important she is to those that she interacts with. The confidence that she imparts on her friends and on new people to do better, to be better. This barony is made better by this gentle. This kingdom is made better. And this society is made better. And it is my heartfelt feeling and my honor as a member of the chivalry to recommend this great gentle. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, good populace, my brothers and sisters. I'm honored to be sitting here today, or standing, if you will, to speak for my friend. I first met her when she walked into an event, and I said, "My God, I think that is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my life." And honestly, I was intimidated. No lie. Because not only was she beautiful, she was incredibly smart, and I think that her beloved telling her this more often than she's comfortable with is still a good thing. What I admire most about Ingrid is her boundless courage. She had the courage to move, largely sight unseen, into this kingdom for her beloved. She had the courage to give some weird girl who knew nothing about Russian codes a chance to make something in 10 days. And she had the courage to trust that person to come through. She's had the courage to stay strong on her research in the face of people who did not believe it. And she's had the courage as a non-traditional student to go back to school. And for that, you have my everlasting respect. If I was half as brave as you are, this world would be a greater place. I'm so proud of you. You have taken onto the West outlands, wherever you set your feet. We are made better by it. Thank you for your inspiration.
What do we call the vigilant? And to those who wield the rapier in this kingdom, she has many names. To those she sponsors, her name is Rose. She is Valkyrie to the defeated, lifting their spirits with words of encouragement and praise for their conduct. She is kindness to those serving the dream by marshaling and running list tables, often checking with others to make sure that they have all the help that they need. To everyone in the rapier community that she interacts with, she is called friend. She is well loved and respected in my community, and her love and support of the rapier community is without question. She is my dear.
I'm going to start this with how often it is. So, the first time I saw Ingrid, back when she was just so cute, because they told me to move like 5 times. And she was walking And granted, her accessory might have been wrong. But it was exactly what I thought the investigation would be. I saw her walking in. It was her clothes. I'm not going to lie. She taught me a little bit about history and sewing and writing. And I got really good at taking the things out. I didn't really hold on to any of the other information. But when I saw her, I knew that's what we were all actually striving to be. That's what we all wanted to be when we grew up. We wanted to stride across that field with rock garden and that's not on rock garden. But that was what a barefooted heathen stick job still wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to draw the attention not because of how beautiful I was, but because I was actually wearing period appropriate clothes with a period appropriate spear that rock stars holding a big white dog. But as far as speaking as a royal peer, she knew when I needed her the most, and it wasn't her best time in this field. It wasn't a time she wanted to be claimed to be a seer. And she made time for me and took me into her home and into her schedule, and my schedule was stupidly busy. And didn't make me clothes, but, well, she helped. I took the pins out on her. But she brought me into her home and she explained, this is how I made the pattern and this is how it came to be. And she didn't even pay the escalator because it wasn't her favorite place. But she saw a queen who needed her. And she stepped up and she was everything I needed in life. So I'm pretty sure because I went last, everyone who didn't agree with Adam agrees.
Gentle peers, we thank you for your counsel and witness. We understand that our royal cousins of Artemisia have words for this candidate as well.
And with His Royal Highness, read the words of their Majesties of Artemisia. Yes. Unto Bela and Nerissa, right and noble monarchs of the kingdom of the Outlands, and to all assembled at the al-Barran baronial midwinter celebration, greetings to you from Sean and Nisa, 47th monarchs of the glorious kingdom of Artemisia. Good cousins, we bring words to you today concerning the works and worth of your subject, Countess Ingrid Ruthven, as she gives contemplation to the question of joining the Order of the Laurel. It has been our great pleasure to witness the works and impact that Ingrid has had in the arts of historic clothing. While much of our observation has been from afar, we wish to briefly share our personal experience regarding the execution of her craft. Several years ago, in preparation for a previous coronation, Her Majesty Nisa had a vision for what she wanted to wear. All of the talented artisans available to us, many of whom are here today in support, Ingrid was the one who, for us, just inspired the look. She kindly agreed to bring that look to life and to help Nisa create that magic that every queen hopes for at their coronation. And you succeeded. There are inherent difficulties that come with creating clothing for someone from 600 miles away. As part of that process, His Majesty Sean had an opportunity to collaborate with Ingrid as another aspiring artist. In this time, Ingrid was able to guide Sean in the final patterning of a style in which he had not been taught, but had not practiced in some time. She was willing and able to help him refine his skills and to give him a better understanding of the historical context of what they were trying to recreate. With the patterning settled, she proceeded to create an outfit for Nisa that was absolutely masterful. In this one experience, we were able to witness master craftsmanship, a willingness and ability to teach her art to others, generosity, and largesse. All of the attributes that we find to be desirable of peers of society. This personal experience reflects our greater observations of her impact not just in the Outlands, but throughout the known world. Good cousins, we are grateful for this indulgence. You have allowed us to add our voices to the chorus of praise that you have heard on behalf of Countess Ingrid. We could not recommend her highly enough to be admitted to the Order of the Laurel. In peace and friendship, we remain Sean Rex Griffiths Artemisia, Nisa Regina.
Your Majesty, if I would like to swear not valid and
Ingrid Rothkin, will you now swear upon our sword, and by that which you value, to honor and defend the crown and kingdom of the Outlands?
I will. Do you now swear that it is within your power to continue to learn, to teach, and to lead? I will.
Do you swear that you will deal honorably with those of every degree, bringing glory to your order and to the chivalry, to the laurel, the pelican, and of the defense?
I will. Do you now swear that you will conduct yourself in all matters with secure, continuing to practice the virtues of chivalry, nobility, and personal integrity, to the benefit of your own good name and to the greater glory of the Outlands? I will.
But having sworn these oaths, know now that we, Bela and Nerissa, by right of arms and grace and favor, King and Queen of the Outlands, proclaim you, Ingrid Rothkin, a companion of the Order of the Laurel.
Take from our hands this medallion, which bears the laurel wreath. It is the symbol of your order. Wear it always with great honor. Wear it always with humility.
Bring forth the mantle.
This veil bears the laurel wreath, proclaiming you to the world for the status you have reached through years of work. It is you, to all that see you, even from a great distance, as a source of knowledge and teaching in the arts. Bear it like you bear your skills. While it can provide shelter and security, it should also be offered to others in aid and hospitality.
Bring forth the wreath.
Your Majesty, may you always be happy in your art, but never satisfied until you start again. May you always enjoy the quest for new knowledge, but be satisfied with quiet time and a book. And may you always share your art with love.
Ingrid, this wreath represents the noble plant from which your order derives its name. It was in ancient times the preeminent mark of excellence. Wear it then, in a token of merited opinion of your companions and the ancient and honorable Order of the Laurel. Ingrid, will you now swear a binding oath of fealty?
I will.
day do I render homage and fealty to my sovereign Lord and Lady, Bela and Marissa, by right of arms, King and Queen of the hour, who will from this day forward be my liege, Lord, and Lady. I will remain true in all ways, serving them faithfully. This do I swear, by my honor and high ideal that I hold as the fear of the realm. So say I, Ingrid Doctor.
We hear your oaths and accept your fealty, and do pledge to you that from this day forward until the end of our reign, you are our liege woman. We will defend your order and protect your rights as a peer, and protect the trust that you have placed in us, mighty with justice, tempered with mercy. Let the scroll be read.
Be the 56th year of the cycle. Bela, King, Marissa, Queen. The scroll is the work of Duchess Cecilia.
Please take these symbols with joy, tokens of your order. Give proof through your deeds that all shall give you honor.
We have sworn lawful and witnessed oaths upon the sword, and proclaim them through words, writing, and seals. Arise, Mistress Ingrid. Go now and greet your peers. Three cheers.
For Mistress Ingrid, 3 cheers. Hip, hip.
Was it